everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 112. It's Friday, July 11th, 2014, in case you were curious, and it's been a while since I recorded, because if you live in the States, last weekend was 4th of July weekend, so happy 4th of July weekend to everybody who celebrated, and if you don't celebrate 4th of July weekend, I just hope you had a wonderful, awesome, nitty weekend. So, yeah, to those of you just joining, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy it. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. So, yeah, where should I begin? Just a couple of updates. Last weekend for 4th of July, me and Dennis, as I mentioned, we went up to Cape Cod, where we spent the weekend with his parents. We kind of did 4th of July slash Dennis's birthday shenanigan type thing. So yeah, we had a really good time. Aside the drive up, we drove Friday, and I don't know if you heard about Hurricane Arthur. It was going up the East Coast. The whole drive up was rainy, stormy, and thankfully it did not hit Cape Cod, but we definitely felt it. It rained all of Friday. Saturday, I hate talking about the weather, but you know, it was kind of cloudy or whatnot, but we did get one beach day in, and we did get our lobster in, so it was a win-win situation. So, but yeah, other than that, I got lots of knitting done on the trip, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And what else? I did want to address the new camera situation, and many of you have been getting in touch with me, letting me know that the autofocus has been a little out of control, and I apologize for that. I'm, again, trying to learn how to use this new piece of sorcery that's in my household. Again, I'm using the Canon Rebel TI5 with the, 40mm pancake lens, the same one that Kim from Craft Stash uses. I saw it and I was just like, I want to try that too. So, plus I was in the market for a new camera anyway, so kill two birds with one stone, hey, and it's a great camera, highly recommend. What else? But yeah, I did try another lens, and it was even worse. So I'm sticking with the 40mm. I pushed it a little bit further away from me, so hopefully this time the autofocus shouldn't be too crazy this time. But if it is, if you're still not happy with the way the podcast is looking and you prefer the webcam, let me know. I don't want to make you seasick. I want you to enjoy the podcast. So just ping me if it's really, really bothering you, and I will try to address it. The only reason I like using this is because I don't have to deal with airplane flutter. My webcam, for some reason, it picks up every time an airplane flies over my building or nearby. It just causes the webcam to flip out, and it's really annoying on my end. But anyway, let me know. Keep me posted. So yeah, what else? Other announcements. I don't want to talk too much about blather and stuff. We'll save that for the end. Yeah, so also what I made a big announcement this week. Voolenvine Yarns is having its very, very, very first yarn club, which I will talk about in the shop update. So, not to bore you if you're not interested, but the theme is Art Nouveau. So if you're interested, stay tuned for the shop update portion of the show. And if you are interested in the aspect of hand dyeing, Laura Jinks of the Dyer's Notebook podcast will be hosting a Dyer's Roundtable, which we're recording tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, so by the time you're watching this, hopefully the podcast will already be up. But I don't think she's going to publish the roundtable until next week. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, she's just basically going to start this new thing where she once in a while gets a whole bunch of hand dyers together, and we just chat about hand dyeing and techniques and troubleshooting and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, no more blather. Let's get on to what I'm knitting. So yeah, as I mentioned, me and Dennis went up to Cape Cod. It was about a 4.5 hour drive up there. So I got a lot of knitting done. I did. So last week I mentioned that I had a lot of custom orders for this rainbow colorway that, as I mentioned, which is why the episode was called Rainbow Palooza. So yeah, I had a lot of orders for those, and I could not resist casting it on myself because the colorway just made me so happy. So I cast it on the way up to Cape Cod, and here's how it's turning out. I am really loving the way it's knitting up. It's not self-striping. It's actually just a staggered color change, if you will, because the color changes are so quick, but when you knit it up as a sock, it's just, it creates like this staggered flashing effect, if you will. So I don't know, to focus. There we go. But how awesome is that? And this is a 64 stitch cast on size US 0.5 needles. And in millimeters, I know Knit Picks includes it on here. Let me see. I'm using Knit Picks Caspian needles. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what that is in millimeters, but if you're in the UK, you probably know what US 0.5 millimeter, 1.5 US are. If not, I'll put it in the show notes. But yeah, these are the Caspians that I'm currently knitting on. There we go. And I love them. I really do. They're wood. I just really have to be careful not to step on them, which has been a habit lately, a recurring habit. I've been stepping and sitting on my wooden needles. It's not good. They break. They're not solid. So, but yeah, I really enjoy knitting with them. And I'm basically doing, what is it? My go-to turned heel flap with a reinforced heel. Oh, I'm holding it upside down. Okay. The reinforced heel and basic heel turn vanilla sock pattern, which will be, I know I've been promising the pattern forever and ever. The goal is to finish this sock and possibly have another sock, photograph it, and put the whole entire pattern together. But this will be a free pattern, my go-to vanilla sock pattern. It's available. I put it in a thread, so you can it links to the Google Doc if you cannot wait and you just want to know how I knit my socks. It's there, and I will put a link to it in the show notes. But yeah, that's it. And I have this much yarn left over, so it makes me happy. Yay! So that's one thing that I worked on for the most part, and then the second thing that I worked on the way up is this. By the way, this is the bag that I packed for Cape Cod, because variety to me is a spice of life in some respects. So I brought like I think I brought 5 projects with me, but I put it in my Camp Loopy, or not Camp Loopy, I should say, my Loopy U project bag. I think when you order about 6 products from theloopyu.com, they send you a project bag and you become an honorary member of the Loopy U, which I am a proud member of. So thank you, Loopy U. You are awesome. But yeah, I brought a whole bunch of projects with me. One of them being my, what do you call it? Vivid Squares blanket. And I brought all the squares with me. I don't know why. I did not have to bring all the squares with me, but I just like the gratification of adding one square to the square pile of squares, which is what I lovingly call this now. I call it my pile of squares. It's a pile of squares. So yeah, I worked on one square. So we are now at 11 squares, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares. It's so slow. This is gonna take me a decade to knit. I will be an old woman when I'm finished with this, I think. But yeah, again, this is Knit Picks Gloss Fingering in their Velveteen colorway. Muted purple. Are you surprised? I am not. The next color is Hawk. And then we have Robot. So yeah, it's coming along. And I don't know, did I save? I have the needles. No, I don't. But I'm using my Knitter's Pride Carbons, US size 5, to knit this up. And I can't seem to find them right now. But anyway, I showed them off on the last episode. And I'm really enjoying knitting with them. But yeah, I wish I got the 8-inch length DPNs to knit this, because where did I order them from? I don't remember where I ordered them from, but this happens. They only had the 6-inch available, so you know, I jumped on it. I wanted to try them, but they work perfectly. It's just when I get to that last round or last few rounds of knitting a square, the stitches are at risk of falling off the DPN of each DPN because there are so many stitches on the needle. So I just have to be really careful. But otherwise, I love working with the carbons, and I really wish I had the set to show you. Do I? I think I do. Oh, I do. I do. Wait, no, I lied. I don't. Oh gosh, that's bad. I have to find, oh. Yeah, no. They are around. They are around. I have not lost them. But what else? But that's pretty much what I worked on the way to and from Cape Cod. I still have to finish the toe from this. I literally knit up until like the toe decrease on this sock, and it's ridiculous. I should be done with it by now, but them's things. What else? I brought my Ophidian shawl. I think I talked about it on the last episode. I did not put another dent in it, but here you be. This is the Ophidian shawl by I think it's Sylvia Harding, one of my favorite knitwear designers. And again, I did not include beading on the last repeat because it was just too tedious for me. And again, I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. And this is on my Lush base, my merino nylon cashmere, I think it's 400 yards per skein, and the colorway is Myth. So it's an older colorway. But there you go, it's coming along. So what else? I have show notes this week. This is excellent. That is all that I am currently knitting. I have not worked on anything else because life. So that's what's on my needles at the moment. And as far as spinning, I've been doing a lot of spinning. I've been a spinning machine, and it is, I don't know what's happened to me. I've just, maybe it's work, maybe it's the fact that I've just been hand dyeing my own stuff and I just want to sit there and knit and just veg sometimes. I've just been doing a lot of spinning. But since we're on the topic of Cape Cod, I will talk about what since I could not bring my wheel to Cape Cod, I brought my trindle to Cape Cod. I brought my little portable trindle, and it's an Etsy shop. I will post a link. But it's my microcarbon shaft micro trindle. And if I could get this lens to focus, that would be absolutely lovely. There we go. So it's got malachite arms, and then there's some fiber on it, naturally. And this is a lot of spinning. And I actually brought, since I obviously couldn't bring a whole project with me, I brought a bump of Corgi Hill Fibers, Corgi Hill Farms, which is my new favorite, or one of my new favorite fiber artists. And she said, with each order, she sends a little extra bump of roving. So she sent this lovely colorway, and I took it along with me. And let me see, it's merino, 80% merino and 20% tussa ecru and dyed black silk. So really lovely. I don't know if I can get that to focus. There you go. So yeah, and that was upside down. I apologize. Here you go. Come on, camera. There you go. So really lovely fiber. I really enjoyed spinning with it. But yeah, as I mentioned, we were at the Cape, and you know, it was a full house. It was me, Dennis, or not a totally full house, but it was me, Dennis, and his parents, who I love to death. But there was one morning where I just wanted to kind of escape and just have a little quiet time to myself. So I kind of, you know, walked up to the bedroom, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do a little bit of spinning, you know, and just for 5 minutes. Dennis was, you know, getting our bikes out of the shed, and we're gonna go for a bike ride. So he was, you know, tinkering around on our bikes, and we're just like, I'm just gonna spin a little bit for 5 minutes, you know. 5 minutes turned into 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And then at some point, Dennis was like yelling, Kristen, where are you? And I was like, I'm spinning right down. So yeah, I got totally lost in it, but yeah, that's the fiber in case you're curious, but just like really pretty, like magentas, like some gray, blue, navy blue, light blues, like a royal purple, and like a rusty orange red. So, and it's right now you can only see like some purple in there, but I'm getting some really pretty like barber pulling. Yeah, so that wasn't focusing very well, was it? There we go. So yeah, more on that later, but I could not resist jumping into some more the order that I placed for Corgi Hill Farm. As soon as I got it, I tore into it because I felt totally in love with the colorway. I saw it on Etsy, and sure enough, it sold out, like beautiful things do. And I actually emailed, and I think her name's Anne Marie, I'm pretty sure. Forgive me, I will correct myself if that is incorrect. But I emailed Anne Marie and I said, you know, do you mind dyeing up some more of this colorway? And she gladly did for me. So here's what I have left of the braid that she so wonderfully sent to me. And I want to get this right. And yeah, so if you can imagine. But yeah, there was like another round of like plum and green, like almost like a brownish brown on the outside, brownish green on the outside, and then like this amazing kind of like cranberry-esque color in here. But let me see. It was 85% Polwarth and 15% Tussa Silk top roving, 5 ounces in her Sempervarium 2 colorway. So really, really pretty. I could not resist. I tore into it. So yeah, and let me show you Tallulah, because I've been putting a major dent in this. Okay, so I think I'm going to consider this my Tour de Fleece. I totally missed out on the start date because we were up at the Cape, but hopefully, I don't even know if it's still going on. I really don't follow sports at all, but I'm just going to consider this my Tour de Fleece. I'm not concerned about deadlines or dates. I'm not in any competition, but this will be my Tour de Fleece. So here is, oh my goodness. Ow. Hang on. Okay, there we go. That's where I am right now with it. So you can see, I'm kind of like getting into like a peachy area towards the back, but yeah, just this awesome cranberry, rich purple, barber poling kind of shade. And underneath that is that green moss colorway, which I wish I could show you, but it's buried underneath there. And I'm probably going to have to get a second bobbin to work on after, because this is filling up super fast and it's spinning up. I mean, my consistency is getting better and better, but right now the singles are spinning up to be, give or take, like a fingering. So I think when I finally ply it up, I'm going to Navajo ply it. It's probably going to turn out to be kind of like a heavy fingering or DK. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but it should be exciting. Let me see. What else? Yeah, so that's what I am spinning. What is off my spinning wheel? This is something I just spun up super quick. I didn't realize how quickly it would spin up, but I've had this in my stash for super long. And I posted something on Instagram about it. It is, but anyway, let me show you. This is all spun up. It's a 2-ply. I did not Navajo ply it. But this is just a Daydream. It turned out to be 35 grams, which is about, give or take, more than an ounce, more than 1 ounce of fiber, which I was surprised because it came with like, what was it, about 10 Rolags. And I was like, oh, this is going to be like 4 ounces. And of course, me in the metric system, you know, forget about it. I don't understand because math yeah. So, but yeah, I'm spinning and spinning. I'm like, this is going super quick. And before I knew it, 2 days, I was done. And I spun it up, and I really love the way it turned out. I don't know what it's gonna be, again, but it's a happy icy blue colorway with like some navy and some white. But yeah, the colorway is Storm, and I don't remember what was the fiber. I think it was like different types of fiber. So there's that. And then I did finish spinning up my hobbledehoy batlings. My microphone's like there. And I couldn't resist spinning it up into a skein. So I wish I could show it to you as a skein, but I caked it already because I thought I was going to knit on it on the vacation, and I did not. So, but here it is in a cake. All these little fluff right here. Lovely colorways. Again, don't know what it's going to be. Maybe a hat, maybe some wrist warmers. I don't know, but it's just so pretty. So pretty. I cannot resist ordering some more patlings. I ordered more, and they came today, actually. But yeah, since this is pretty much all I'm working on as far as spinning it goes, but this pretty much leads right into stash enhancement, because I ordered me some more fiber. As I said, I just totally fell in love with Corgi Hill Farms. I ordered more, and it came yesterday. And I apologize for any rustling, but here you go. How freaking amazing is that? This is her, it's 85%, again, 85% Polwarth and 15%, I think, Tussa Silk. So, and this is her green tea chai, and I think it's a one-of-a-kind colorway. So of course I jumped on it. And it has just like this awesome hot pink center. It's like a gradient going to like kind of a, I don't know, like a green tea colorway, and then just this awesome, bold, variegated, shaded teal that I love. So yeah, there's that. And again, she sent another bump of fiber, which I am super psyched about because I have another trip to the Cape coming up. Okay, so. And I will show you that in a second. But yeah, she sends all these awesome, and this adorable little bag with a mouse. How cute is that? But yeah, just this really fun colorway. This is, again, Polwarth and Tussa. So yeah, just like happy rainbow. Fun spindling. So yeah, there's that. And then another one, or I'll just show you the hobbledehoy because I ordered more. Yeah, more batlings. And apologies for the rustling, guys. I know some of you are not big fans of that, but just like these really honey infused kind of batlings. These guys, pink. This is a really fun orangey colorway. Some more orange, and orange. I'm not a huge orange fan at all, but I just love the way these colorways look together. There's another one, green, to mix it up. Like when you have all these other colorways just kind of complementing it, this is a really pretty colorway. It's got some glitter in there. It just kind of, you know, mutes the orange a little bit and makes it less like, it's orange. Orange eaglehead. Yeah, so, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many are in here? I think there are 10. I don't know, but anyway, it's 2.2 ounces. Ah, there goes a batling. Get back in there. Okay. But yeah, it's her honeybee batlings, merino, targi, soy silk, sari silk, and sparkle. 2.2 ounces. So, and Liz Stoudemire is the lady, the lovely, talented lady behind hobbledehoy. If I can get that to focus. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, awesome. So there's that, but wait, there's more. I ordered more fiber. I haven't been ordering any yarn because, I don't know, I'm on a fiber kick. Quarry fiber I ordered from in Concrete Jungle. And I've had my eye on her shop for a while. She has lots of lovely colors, colorways. She dyes yarn as well. But yeah, just like purple, muted purples and some shocks of red in there. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, I will admit, but I just like the combination of everything in here. Let me see. There we go. So you got even some little pops of green too. So you could have a lot of fun with this, just kind of meshing it up, and yeah. So I like my fiber kick. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, again, it's Quarry fiber in Concrete Jungle. I should mention fiber content, 100% superwash merino and approximately 4 ounces. So here's her label. Okay. And that's about it for stash enhancements. Oh. There's my butterfly clip. I like that one. So yeah. Wow, that was a lot of talk. Okay, so I think I'm set for the summer as far as fiber goes, but who knows? I may be tempted. So let's move on to a segment that I have not done in a while, and it's called Because You Asked. This is taken from the Because You Asked thread on Ravelry, and this is from Mrs. MRSTN 2006. So I'm guessing that's Mrs. TN 2006. Tracy. She asks, I'm always curious as to how others store their shawls and other hand knits. Do you hang them in the closet or fold them up? I hang several of my most worn shawls in the closet or on a hanger. I know you don't have much storage like a lot of us. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, we have a cat. Hello, baby. So when it comes to storing my shawls, I am the same way, Tracy. I hang my most worn shawls on a coat hook. I drape them over because I know I'm going to give them a lot of wear. I try not to drape them over, like I try to drape them, on the U of the hook, not over, like on the ball of the hook, if you will, because I know that can technically warp the shawl, or the stitches, and give you kind of like that warped bump effect. So I just kind of drape it over the U of the hook when I'm just hanging it on the, hang on, the cat is sitting on my microphone. When I'm just, hanging it on the hook. But when it comes to storing shawls that I don't wear so often, I am generally kind of bad about it, but I do tend to, if I have a lot of them, not that I don't have a lot of them lying around, but those bags that come with like sets of sheets, like when you go to the store and you buy like a set of bed sheets, they're like this plastic, clear plastic container, and they have like a zipper. I generally try to save those, and hi kitty. So when it comes to storing my shawls that I don't wear that often, I usually take, those clear plastic zip bags that come with bed sheets when you buy them. Yeah, I try to save those, and I just fold up the shawls that I don't wear that often in there very nicely. I store some of them in my yarn fortress, which you cannot see, but it's here. And generally in moth-free areas, or places where I know I have like, mothballs and, repellents and stuff like that, so the little critters don't get to them. But yeah, that's pretty much how I store my shawls. I did notice when I don't wear a shawl often, I took out some shawls before, and I noticed that, is it me, or do some of your shawls shrink? You may have to, like, if I'm not mistaken, you might have to reblock a couple of your shawls if they have not been given much love after a while. So that's the only problem that I've noticed. But yeah, I highly recommend using those like those sheet set bags. They're generally, they come in different sizes depending if you get a comforter. But generally, I find the bags that come with, like, 2 shams and a flat sheet and a fitted sheet. Those are generally, like, they're decent size and you can store them anywhere. Yeah, so that's my advice. I hope that helped. And yeah, of course, if you have any, I would love to hear how you guys store your shawls that you know, either wear often or not so often, and how do you keep the moths away? Yeah, so definitely if you have any comments or things to add, please join the conversation in the Because You Asked thread on Ravelry, and I will of course post a link to that as well. So, shop update. If you are not interested, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I will post show notes to everything I talked about in this episode on my blog, Voolenvine.com. There's a link to the podcast there. And then, of course, Ravelry. Check out the Ravelry group. There's lots of conversation going on there, so tune in. And I will see you next time. Bye. But yeah, stay tuned if you want to hear more about, you know, yarn fun stuff. Okay, shop update. I did not do a shop update last week because obviously I was away. This weekend, I am enjoying a knitcation. Yeah, Dennis has a bachelor party to go to this weekend, so I decided to take off a few days. I'm taking off Friday and I'm taking off Monday to do what? Knit my heart out, spin my heart out, and work on my shop and stuff like that. So there will be a shop update this weekend. But the big news is I announced a yarn club, because many of you have been asking me about it. You've been asking me about when are you doing a yarn club. So we have a yarn club. Yeah. And the theme is Art Nouveau, one of my favorite styles of art. It's always been one of my favorite styles of art. I love Alphonse Mucha, Gustav Klimt, the list goes on. I just love the style. It's always been like an inspiration to me. So I just kind of wanted to give it, I don't know, just it's day in the sun, whatever. So I'm waxing poetic here, guys. But yeah, so for 3 months, starting in August, whoever signs up, I'm holding sign-ups until July 31st. So that gives you about like 2 or 3 weeks to sign up. There is a limit because this is my first yarn shop. I don't want to overdo it or get myself, you know, in over my head. So there's a 25 member limit. So sign up if you're interested while you can. But yeah, from August through October, whoever signs up will receive 3 skeins, 100-gram fingering weight skeins, hand-dyed by me, inspired by my favorite Art Nouveau artists. So the colorways will be a total surprise, but you know, if you love Art Nouveau or you're interested, or just enjoy my yarn, my hand-dyed yarn, it could be fun. So, but yeah, what else did I want to say about it? But yeah, the colorways that you will be receiving will not be released until 3 months after the club is over. So they will not be released to everybody else on my Etsy shop until January 1st, 2015. So there's that. And then, yeah, I'm planning a few extra goodies in each package. So I think it's going to be fun. So I hope you join. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any new colorways to show you because after this I'm going to be dyeing stuff. I'm very excited about my Eros base that I just debuted. I only put out 2 skeins, but I just dyed up another skein of Wicked, which I have to photograph and actually post on the site. I'm very behind. I didn't realize July would be such a busy month. Summer is turning out to be incredibly busy. Like my calendar is just lighting up like a Christmas tree. And I mentioned Christmas tree. Oh my God. Christmas, guys, it's coming. It's coming. Winter is coming. Ah! Sorry, didn't mean to freak you out. But it's coming quickly. I'm enjoying the summer while I can. Anyway. I think, is that it that I wanted to talk about? Ah, gosh. Let me see. I think that's it. Yeah, but I have to do a major shop update. It's looking a little barren in my shop right now, but it will be this weekend. I assure you there will be many new listings there to be had. So anyway, I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer, staying cool. It's a scorcher out there. I just ran a few errands before I'm happy staying inside in the air conditioning right now. But yeah, so that said, please join the Voolenvine Yarns Facebook page and the Ravelry group, and of course the YarnGasm Ravelry group and Facebook page. Lots and lots of fun discussion happening in there. I love hearing from you. Let me know your thoughts on the camera this time around. You know, whatever. I just love hearing from you guys, and I'm so glad you're enjoying the show. And other than that, I hope everyone has a wonderful week ahead of them. Happy knitting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.